So I like the books you have displayed.
Yeah, so we put out series because the idea for this video came from a Twitter thread that we did early January. I asked everyone to do a goal with a GIF.
Okay. I love that. That was really fun.
A lot of people's goals, a lot of unpublished authors' goals, was to write the sequel or the third installment in their series.
No.
Right,
no.
And I thought that we could use a general warning against this. So take it away.
Yeah, no. So if you're unpublished, it's natural that you're writing a series, especially in certain genres where you might have ideas for a full series.
Cozies, romance, middle grade, YA, chapter
Yeah.
books. They're so common.
Or just a trilogy or a duology, something.
They're so common.
And they're great. We love them because there's nothing better than some of these series that have gone on to 5 or even 13 books. It's great. However, if you are a queerine author, I don't ever recommend writing the next book in the series.
Right, and everyone has that desire, like, I love these characters, I need to finish this, I need to see it through, but you're doing yourself a huge disservice on your time, on your marketability, and just in the matter of writing. Like, if you're not constantly developing new projects, then you're sort of at a standstill.
Yeah, and so, Paige Shelton's book, The Cracked Spine, which is a mystery series set in a Scottish bookshop. We sold that series on the first book and the ideas for the next book. The problem is, had she continued to write the series and we had not sold on the first book, a lot of the reason we wouldn't have sold it would be the idea.
Right.
So the second book wouldn't have sold either.
Yeah. It's a waste of time. And for most series, like a cozy can sometimes be a little bit revamped to be the start of a series, the second book. Yeah. But something like a YA trilogy and fantasy, it's very dependent on that prequel. So your second book has no legs. You can't query it. No one's going to sign a second book in a series without reading the first.
Yeah.
Or having read the first and rejected the first. And you can't submit it to editors because, again, they're not going to...
And now you're spinning your wheels.
Right.
You're spending, let's say, 2 years working on something that conceivably isn't going to sell versus, while you're let's say even when you get an agent, let your agent pitch that first book and subsequently the series, and you get started on writing something completely different.
Yes.
So if it doesn't sell, you're ready to go with your next book.
Yes. And so here's our call. If you are unpublished, write your first book. You can even write a full synopsis of your second or your third or your fourth or your whole series arc, but then move on to something else. Query it. If it doesn't work, shelve it. You grew from it as a writer.
Yep.
And even though it didn't sell, it has gotten you to a point where your next book can sell.
Yes, absolutely. I agree.
So make that your goal. New ideas moving forward, not sequels.
I like that. New ideas moving forward.
No sequels.